the mountain of new beginnings. In a small village surrounded by towering mountains, there lived a man named Rian. For years, he had been carrying a heavy backpack filled with stones. Each stone represented an old behavior, a painful story, or a resentment he couldn't let go of. The weight slowed him down, kept him close to the ground, far from the summit of the mountain that called to his heart. Rian often looked at the towering peak of the mountain of new beginnings, its summit kissed by sunlight and surrounded by a peaceful mist. The villagers told stories of those who climbed it, how they found a profound sense of freedom, clarity, and connection with the divine at the top. Yet, Rian hesitated. I can't climb with this backpack, he thought. It's too heavy, and I'm not ready to let go of what's inside. One day, Rian met an old sage named Asha, who was known for guiding lost souls towards the path of light. Asha noticed Rian's hunched posture and weary expression. "Why do you carry that heavy bag, my child?" she asked. Rian sighed. "These stones hold my stories, moments of pain, anger, and the wrongs done to me. Letting them go feels like losing a part of myself." Asha smiled gently and motioned for Rian to sit by a nearby stream. "Let me tell you something," she began. "That mountain you dream of climbing represents the heights of your spiritual self. To ascend, you must be willing to release what weighs you down, but releasing is just the beginning. You must also focus on what lifts you higher." Rian frowned. "But isn't holding on to these stones my way of remembering? Isn't it who I am?" Asha picked up a small stone from the stream and held it in her hand. "This stone is a memory, just like those in your bag, but watch." She placed the stone back into the water and the stream carried it away effortlessly. Memories and pain are part of your story, but they are not your identity. Letting them go doesn't erase them, it frees you to create something new. Her words resonated, but fear still tugged at Rian's heart. "How do I begin?" he whispered. Asha handed him a blank journal. "Start by naming the stones. Write down the behaviors, stories, and resentments that weigh you down. Then, one by one, choose to let them go, not by forgetting, but by forgiving. And as you release, focus on filling your heart with what brings lightness, gratitude, love, faith, and joy." Rian took her advice seriously. Over the next few weeks, he sat by the stream each evening, writing in his journal. For every stone he named, he whispered a prayer of release. "I forgive. I let go. I am free." At the same time, he began to embrace what could lift him higher. He practiced gratitude by writing 3 things he was thankful for each day. He began each morning with a quiet moment of prayer and zikr, calling on the divine name with every heartbeat. He sought joy in simple moments, watching the sunrise, playing with children, and laughing with friends. As he forgave and focused on the light, the bag on his back grew lighter. One day, he realized he no longer felt its weight. With his heart light and his spirit strong, Rian stood at the base of the mountain of new beginnings. As he climbed, he noticed the beauty around him, wild flowers he'd never seen before, birds singing songs of joy and the cool, crisp air filling his lungs. When he reached the summit, he stood in awe of the view. The vast expanse of the valley below reminded him of the life he had lived, the lessons he had learned, and the divine presence that had guided him all along. Rian closed his eyes and felt a profound stillness. For the first time, he experienced the freedom of a heart unburdened. The summit wasn't just a physical place, it was a state of being, a life aligned with love, truth, and the limitless expanse of the spirit. Reflection for the new year. Like Rian, we all carry our own backpacks filled with stones, old habits, painful stories, and resentments. But the new year is also a time to shift our focus towards what will lift us higher. Here are some practices to embrace as you climb your own mountain of new beginnings. Gratitude. Start and end each day by reflecting on what you're thankful for. Gratitude creates space for joy. Love and kindness. Actively practice love towards yourself and others. A kind word or a small act of service can uplift your spirit and those around you. Faith. Trust in the divine process and your ability to grow. Let faith be your anchor and your compass. Presence. Live in the moment. Let go of the past and the future. The present is where peace resides. Self-reflection. Regularly check in with yourself. Which stones need to be released? What qualities can you nurture to help you ascend? Forgiveness. Free your heart from the chains of resentment. Forgive yourself and others, not for their sake, but for your freedom. Each time you let go of what weighs you down and focus on what lifts you up, you climb higher toward the summit of your spiritual self. This year, may you have the courage to release your stones, the wisdom to embrace what brings light, and the strength to ascend with grace and love. The mountain of new beginnings is waiting. All it asks is that you travel lightly and with purpose. Wishing you all a very happy 2025.